What's up guys, Doomsday here. Today we're back again. In this video, we're going to be playing some Garen in the Baron lane. And Garen is probably the most broken champ of the game right now. Just because it's so hard to match up against a Garen in lane. There's very few matchups that he struggles against. Plus in teamfights, you're such a monster with just all the utility and tank you provide for your team. You're literally the tankiest champ in the game. I think you're literally like as tanky or if not more tanky than Alistar even. Plus you have good damage even if you don't build any damage items. So here now, I'm just looking to see if I can catch somebody off guard, get some poke on, but I really do catch this guy off guard, so I go for the full-on trade, actually. And over here now, we're just trying to keep on going for this. And I'm actually able to pick up that kill. So actually, a really cool thing you could do there is... Oh, first of all, this Akali is trying to gank me. But I was able to get a really good flash and land the first ability, so I was able to escape that. I got a bit greedy trying to go back for that wave. I should have just left, definitely, but... Some things to notice there is, first of all, when I did go for that trade, I kept on kiting back to my turret, because that provides me a bunch of safety in case their jungler or mid laner like that rotates, then it's harder for them to kill me. Because let's say I kept on chasing towards their turret, that Akali would have for sure killed me if I was further out in that lane. But literally, kiting back to my turret is the only reason why I live that. Another thing that I did not do in this small skirmish, but that you can do is, if you are... Well, first of all, look at level 2 trades are really good on Garen, just because you get your first ability and your third ability, and that offers just so much. The reason why I didn't go for the trade is because look how big that minion wave is. If I go for a trade, I'm probably going to lose it just because of how much damage the minions are going to deal to me. But as I was saying, back at the very start, what you could do is, if you get them low enough to where you know your Ignite can kill them, but it's just super close, what you could do is you can actually use your Ignite and then flash away. That way they can't land any more autos on you, while the Ignite just kills them. And that can really come in clutch if you're like one auto away from dying. So like in that case, I was probably like 2 autos, so I was fine anyways. But if that matchup was closer, then I definitely would have just used my Ignite and then flashed away so they couldn't keep on attacking me while the Ignite just kills them. So here now, I'm just holding the wave on this side of the map. And I know I do pretty well into Riven, especially at this stage of the game, since I have really good trading with your first ability. Your first ability is just such a monster in trading, so you can literally just bop him, and then you get third ability too if they try and run away, and look at what happens when they do try and run away. Over there, I don't know if the Ignite gets him. Let's see, does the Ignite get him? It did not. They lived with like 1 HP. That was very unfortunate. But over here now, I actually hard shoved this, and the reason for that is this wave is eventually going to push back into their turret anyways. So while the Riven's recalling, I actually just wanted to make him miss some farms. So now they're going to miss a couple minions for that, which is of course great. And that's a really important concept to know in Baron lane. When to push your wave and when to hold it in the same spot, so that was a good example. But another thing to keep in mind, actually, if you're a side laner or mid laner even, it's your job also. It's not only the jungler's job to look at the enemy jungler. Like in a Baron lane especially, it's a 1v1 matchup, and I see this happen a lot. But I'm at level 5 actually, so I'm looking for something if I can. So my flash is down for a couple of seconds, so that's a bit unfortunate. I was not able to get that. If I had my flash up right away, what I could have done is I could have just flashed, first ability ulted right away, and that would have been a free kill. As I was saying, tracking the enemy jungler, it's super important, especially as a side laner or mid laner, because if you know where the enemy jungler is rotating, then you can almost tell where they can gank. So for example, the most common route that most junglers take is they work their way from red to raptors to wolves to blue. That's probably the most common jungle path. So if you know that they're going to make that path, so for example in this game, if I knew they were going to make that path from the red to blue, then I know that about the time when Scuttle spawns, they're going to be on that blue side, meaning that they won't be able to gank my lane because they're on that bot side over there. So instead, it's the duo lane and the mid lane that needs to be careful. But I can play as aggressive as I want since I know that they're down on that side. Another way you can find that out is you can also look at your ally jungler and see the scuttles. So when they take a scuttle, if the enemy's not on that side, then they're probably on the other side scuttle. So that's always nice to know. So now I'm actually just getting the reset in, and I'm heading towards the dragon just because that's spawned. So as a Baron laner, you can make a choice to either rotate for that dragon or keep on going for your matchup in your lane. And the reason why I chose to go for the rotate here is because I didn't think I could do much by staying in my lane. I might be able to apply some pressure, but I didn't think I'd be able to get the first turret or anything. So I was like, I'll just rotate instead. And also I had my wave shoved in, so I knew he probably wouldn't be able to push the entire turret either. But notice what I'm doing over here. I see that dragon's getting look, I'm literally just chasing down their jungler, and that makes it so it's not a smite battle, because as a jungle main, I'm telling you, smite battles are so stressful. And it's really not hard to get a steal in this game. It's relatively easy. You literally just jump in and press your smite, and if you get lucky, then you'll get it. So by doing what I did there, that pretty much takes away any of that risk and ensures that we get that dragon. Since a really bad thing that can happen here is the jungler gets to steal, and this Riven's just farming up and getting more gold. So I pretty much give up a big part of my lead for nothing, and they get the dragon too. So for now, the Riven realizes he's caught out. He tries to turn onto this. He luckily gets the kill, actually. But we're able to clean him up. So now I'm actually heading right to this top lane. Just because I know that with that Riven dead, I could push in that turret, get a plate or two, see what I could do. Because working towards that first turret is super important. In my opinion, if I thought I could get that first turret, let's say I was playing a stronger champ and I was more fed, like something like Fiora maybe, then I'd probably just keep on pushing, because first turret is worth a lot of gold and it gets you so fed. So over here, I actually think, let's see how much I get per plate. 150 per plate. So if I get 150, and then the global gold for getting the turret, that's insane over there. That Rengar got so lucky I didn't have ult, or else I would have just ulted him down. That's just what's so strong about Garen too. Once you get ahead, he's so hard to gank too, just because of his tankiness. The second ability makes it so you barely take any damage. But I'm just working towards this turret. Plus the first gold turret is worth 1,000 gold for your entire team. Everybody gets 200 gold, so that's almost like probably close to like a 1,750 gold swing in all, maybe even close to 2,000, just for getting this one turret. And that's why it's so important to make the right decision there. And keep it on your waves over here. Again, the Rengar tries to gank me, but I have Olaf here, so I'm just going right back on this. Oh, and this actually brings me to a good point. Your abilities on Garen do pretty good AoE damage. I think or at least I believe they do. They do really good damage to anybody in the area, so if everybody's grouped up like that and you land a good ultimate, you'll just deal so much damage to champs around you. Pretty much all the champs there. So now we got the kill onto their jungler and their Baron laner, so we're like, we could just take this Herald. I know I'm going to regen up from my passive, plus this honey fruit is here, so I'm taking that. We get the secure onto the Herald, and now I'm just looking at what to do. So I think what I do here is I push out this wave and then get the reset in for my shop, and then what I want to do is I want to just push this wave in and then get a reset, get my shop in, and then look to see what's the best move, see if I can get a kill anywhere, do anything. Because once I'm ult's back off cooldown, I can literally rotate anywhere and just get a kill, just because your combo with your first ability, third ability, plus ult, you will just, anybody that's like half health, they're going to be dead, especially if they're squishy, just because you deal so much damage. So I'm just pushing this wave in. The Riven's in mid right now. I'm waiting for him to come topside. So yeah, I see he's starting to come topside. I think I get the reset in here. Yep, I go and get the shop in. So actually, I normally like to go Gargoyle on Garen, but I think this match I changed it up. Yep, I did not go Gargoyle. I actually went for Teleport this match. And there's a very specific reason for that, is I honestly didn't think they would be able to kill me. Just because by itself, Garen's so hard to kill just normally. And then with Gargoyle, it's damn near impossible just to kill Garen, just because you become so tanky. But I don't even think they're going to be able to kill me anyways, so that's the main reason why I was like, okay, I'll just skip over Gargoyle this match. If I believe they had more damage and they would be bursting me down and stuff, then I'd go for Gargoyle, just because that's what I normally like to go, the tankiness for the fights and stuff. But in this match, I was like, they aren't going to be able to kill me, so I say I'll just get Teleport and then keep on pushing these waves in and then teleport wherever I'm needed. So now this Misfortune gets caught out, sadly. That was kind of a misplay by the Misfortune. You definitely don't want to be 1v1ing a Riven if you're a squishy like that. So over here, I know he's over here. I don't want to have to waste flash if I don't have to. I see he's using all his abilities to get away, so he used his first ability. Now he just used his dash, and I just turn onto this. See what I mean? If you're half health and you're around me, you're gonna die if I have my ult off cooldown. That's just why Garen's so broken. Like, those turret shots barely did anything to me too. Now I'm just gonna regen up for my passive too. So I'll try and get some plates on this. And if y'all are enjoying this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below, because this is actually the first Baron Lane video I've done, so I hope y'all are enjoying it. Over there, I got a bit greedy for the plate, so now I'm trying to get away. I actually make a really bad miscalculation here. I thought the Akali already used the second part of their ult, so that was bad on my part. What I could have done is I should have just ran to my teammates. I think my teammates could have saved me. The Seraphine and Olaf could have scared him off, but the reason why I went for the flash is because I was like, okay, they have nothing else to chase me now since I thought Akali already used everything, but I really misjudged that and didn't realize Akali still had the second charge of their ult up, so they still kept on chasing me. But actually, an important thing that I did there was I did not flash when Akali had landed their, when they throw the shuriken thing, and then they can dash back. Because if they land that and then you flash, then they can just literally just dash back to you after you flash. So it's kind of a pointless flash almost. But that's just something to keep in mind in a case like that. That works, and that goes for other champs like Lee Sin too. If they land their first ability, and then you want to wait for them to use the second charge of it, or to dash back to you before you flash. Or else if you just flash before, then they're just gonna... If you just flash first, then they're just gonna dash onto you, and the flash is gonna be pretty much useless. So now I'm just pushing this wave. I have my teleport, so I'm watching out to see if I need to teleport in for something. I see this Riven's getting kind of caught out, so I was like, I'll just keep on pushing this wave actually, because the Riven was down there. And I'm able to get the second tier turret. I see they're rotating up to me this time, so I make sure to get out of here ASAP. This time I'm full health though. Last time I was at like 30% health, so that was the only reason why they're able to kill me. But going on to that, using your second ability at the right time, it's really important. Using it when you're going to get bursted down the most, it's super important. So over here now, I'm trying to chase down this Akali. That Mountain Dragon actually did a lot. That extra barrier they get from the Mountain Dragon, since I think Nami got the steal onto the dragon for the Mountain Dragon. So over here, Olaf wants to force Baron. I kind of just follow his pings. This is a bit of a risky call because we literally have nobody killed. Our waves aren't particularly shoved in, so they know we're doing this. And in my opinion, this is a bad call. I'd never make this call as a jungler, but they want to go for it. Like, they have this all worded up and stuff. I'm actually trying to keep an eye out for the Rengar in case he tries to go for a steal. We were luckily able to get the Baron. The Riven just got deleted. I didn't even have to ult that. And now we're just chasing down this Akali. See, over here, I was like, should I flash in? Should I flash in? I'm like, I'm not. I'm going to play it safe. I don't want to die when I have the Baron buff, so I was like, I'll just play this safe. So now we're just pushing in these waves and trying to get these inhib turrets. And look at what pushing these waves in does. It just makes it so much easier to push. Getting those 2 turrets earlier in the top lane, it does so much. And now we're getting a second inhib. Once you get 2 inhib turrets, it's pretty much over. It's so hard to get your wave shoved up back in, and now we're literally just ending this early. This is a 13-minute match, super short, but that's just the power of Garen. Garen is so strong. If you make the right rotations, use your abilities right. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Let's see, what rank was I in this match? I was somewhere in Diamond. Hopefully I reach Master soon, that's a goal. I just got back from out of town, so we'll get back on the grind. Let's see, where did this match get me? Okay, it got me up to Diamond 2, so hopefully we get Masters in the next week or two, which would be very nice. But anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next